I've done over $2 billion in residential deals, and today I'm facing off against a commercial expert who's done multi-billion-dollar projects. We're answering one question: where's the easiest place to make your first million? The answer might shock you. In this video, I'm going head-to-head with legendary commercial investor Dolph to reveal the real differences between commercial and residential investing. You'll learn which type actually makes more passive income, the secret financing strategies banks won't tell you about, and exactly how to choose the right path for you. But first, let me share something fascinating about why most investors pick the wrong strategy and leave millions on the table. Want to know what's easier, making $1 million in commercial or residential real estate? The answer depends on 3 critical factors most investors miss completely. Here's the truth. Let me tell you about 2 recent deals that perfectly illustrate this debate. In commercials, you can make $1 million on a single deal. We just helped an investor make $1 million in tax savings on a $7 million building. Meanwhile, in residential, I've helped investors build $1 million portfolios with single-family homes, creating consistent cash flow that grows over time. The fascinating part is that both paths work, but they attract completely different types of investors. Most people don't realize that the choice isn't about which makes more money. It's about which matches your personality and goals. Success in real estate isn't just about the numbers. It's about finding a strategy you can stick with long term. What really determines your success is not just how much you can make, but how well you can sleep at night with your investment choice. The reality is, commercial deals can make you more money faster, but residential offers more predictable, scalable returns. Think of commercial as high-stakes poker, while residential is more like building a dividend stock portfolio. Here's something shocking about property values that most investors get wrong. Commercial and residential follow completely different rules. The strategy that makes you rich in one will make you broke in the other. In residential, value is all about comparables. What similar homes in the area sold for recently. Commercial, however, is purely about income multiplication. It's like having a mathematical formula for printing money. Let me break this down with a real example. If you have a commercial building making $100,000 in rent annually at a 10% cap rate, that building is worth $1 million. Double the rent to $200,000 and suddenly your building is worth $2 million, regardless of what other buildings nearby sold for. This is why creative commercial investors can sometimes double or triple their property values in a single year, while residential investors are often stuck waiting for the market to appreciate. What most people don't realize is that valuation methods can actually determine your exit strategy before you even buy. The best investors I know choose their properties based on how they plan to increase value, not just current market prices. Understanding these valuation differences isn't just about making money. It's about protecting yourself from making expensive mistakes. The beauty of commercials is that you're only limited by your creativity in increasing income. But residential offers something equally valuable: predictability and stability that lets you sleep better at night. The real winners in this game understand how to leverage both valuation methods to their advantage. Most investors obsess over purchase price, but here's the real secret. Your success depends more on who's paying your rent than what you paid for the property. Commercial leases typically run 5 to 15 years with built-in rent increases, while residential leases are usually just 1 year. But here's what makes this fascinating. Commercial tenants often improve your property at their own expense and maintain it better than you would. I've seen retail tenants spend hundreds of thousands renovating spaces they don't even own. Meanwhile, residential tenants rarely invest in improvements, but they're easier to replace when needed. The most interesting part: commercial vacancies can last years, while residential properties usually rent within weeks. The key difference lies in the mindset. Commercial tenants treat the property as their business home, while residential tenants see it as temporary housing. Long-term commercial tenants can become valuable business partners, creating win-win situations you rarely see in residential. The relationship dynamics in commercial versus residential can completely change your role as a landlord. Understanding these tenant differences is crucial because it changes your entire investment strategy. Commercial offers longer-term stability but higher vacancy risk, while residential provides more consistent income with more frequent tenant turnover. Everyone thinks commercials require more money down, but here's the truth. I've actually pulled money out of commercial deals while putting zero down. Try doing that with residential people. Banks treat commercial and residential completely differently. With residential, the rules are straightforward. You need 20% down as an investor, good credit, and stable income. But commercial lending is like the Wild West. It's all negotiable. I recently helped an investor structure a deal where the bank not only financed 100%, but also provided additional cash for renovations. What's fascinating is that once you understand these differences, you can use them to your advantage in both markets. The key is knowing which strategy to use when. Most people don't realize that commercial lenders care more about the property's income potential than your personal income. Creative financing in commercial real estate can unlock opportunities that simply don't exist in residential. The relationships you build with commercial lenders can become your secret weapon for future deals. While residential loans are easier to get when starting out, commercial loans offer more creative possibilities for experienced investors who know how to navigate the system. Your ability to scale in either market often comes down to your financing expertise. Understanding these financing differences can literally mean the difference between making thousands or millions on your next deal. Remember how we started asking, which path makes more millions? The truth is, success in real estate isn't about choosing commercial or residential. It's about matching the strategy to your personality and goals. I've seen investors make fortunes in both, but I've also seen them lose everything by choosing the wrong path. What matters most is not the type of real estate you invest in, but how well you execute your chosen strategy. The most successful investors I know use both strategies to create true wealth and security. They understand that residential provides consistent cash flow, while commercial offers opportunities for massive growth. And perhaps most importantly, they know that the real estate game is won through mastery of fundamentals, regardless of which path you choose. After billions in real estate deals, I've learned that the best strategy isn't commercial or residential. It's the one you'll actually follow through with. Whether you're working a 9-to-5 or already have some investing experience, success comes down to taking consistent action and learning from each deal. Hit subscribe because next week, I'm sharing my exact system for knowing which path is right for you and how to get started with less money than you think. See you in the next video.